Hey everybody, it's Chad and Hank with the SRCA drag strip. We are out at the track, more exciting things going on. Now, obviously this was a massive project.
Massive.
Huge project.
Very big.
So what's going on now is we're doing the final grinding and prep work. Now, obviously, we got this thing poured and we knew there was gonna be some cleanup work.
Oh, we knew, absolutely. That's why we didn't schedule anything in July.
And we knew we had to have it ready for Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Correct.
Which we did, had an awesome event. And then you ran another bracket race on it. And we know we've got good concrete now that is cured. And we also learned a lot about concrete too.
We learned a lot about building a drag strip, that's for sure.
And about concrete moves.
Concrete moves, concrete curls. The longer the pour, the more that it curls on the ends. And we knew that was going to happen. And that's what we're tackling now, is the curling. So with Pinhole down here.
And we'll work our way that way in a minute, see what's going on. But, you know, they're knocking these little edges down. And we're talking tiny increments.
Yeah, what we're doing is where the expansion joints were, that's where the curling was happening. That's where the concrete is actually lifting up. So Pinhole comes in, they remove that material at those joints and bring those down. And then basically what our original plan was just to go ahead and take that out. You know, we had Larry Crisp here, we had Rob Park, we've
Right.
been stringing it, we know what's on it, we've watched graphs from racers, we had a game plan. Well, then when we came in to bring the curling down, we decided, you know, since we're here, let's just polish the whole track. So
Just
that's
as well.
what we decided to do.
So they're going back and forth up and down this thing. And how much are they looking at a time?
What we did is we came in, we made a test cut, knowing where our highs were.
Okay.
The ones that the issue highs, curling. We made that cut, then he comes back, and then we talk with him, because this guy that's running this machine knows what he's doing.
That's where you were telling me this guy's done drag strips all over.
He's done drag strips. So get his opinion, because that's his profession.
And not only drag strip, but they do highways and any
Highways. He's actually from here. He's going to go do a bridge.
a bridge. So
Yeah.
So I mean, this curling situation, these things that happen with concrete, this is why these guys exist. This is
Exactly.
why these have this equipment, because
That's-
this
that
is
is-
what they do.
Right. Now the heads that are on this one machine is what they call a drag strip head. It's a little bit finer cut. There's more blades on it. So when we're done with the track, when he's done, then we go back in with our hand polisher and we polish all the little grooves out that you see, where it just skimmed the surface, but it removed our second track prep. So we'll go back in, this will all be smoothed out, all the quarter roll will be gone. And then we do the process again of washing the track, blowing it all off, and then putting the third surface on it for this year. But when we started that, we knew when Larry was down here and we did the original prep, because we played with finishes, because all concrete's different.
Oh, absolutely.
Some concrete accepts rubber, some doesn't. So when we did the initial prep, when Larry and I did the initial prep, we kind of was leaning against the tires like 11:30 at night, and he goes, "What do you think?" And I go, "What do you think, Larry? Because I know what you're going to tell me." He goes, "I think we need to hand grind every square inch of the track, and let's change the texture and see what that does for rubber adhesion." So we did. So we hand ground the whole track, got this now surfaced here, which is what we want. This is what we're going to finish up with. This is what the rest of the track will look like. When we did our track prep, Larry he said, "That is exactly what we want. It holds rubber, it's not pulling, and everything looks really good." Okay, so now we know what we're going to do there. After we're done with all this grinding and we get all the ridges back out with our hand polishers, it's going to look just like that. And then we're going to go back and we're going to put the third surface on this drag strip.
And they've been taking, what you said, a 32nd of an inch is where
He's been going to 30 seconds of an inch. He'll turn, he'll make a cut, he'll come back and go, "I think I need to take another 32 or another 32. So he actually made 3 cuts down the track, and then he goes, "This is where we're going to leave it." He said, "I'm going to work on the curling, we're going to get that out, but when I do the full pass, the machine's going to set at this height, and I'm going to make a straight cut." And that's what he did. So we're in the left lane now.
So even some of this where we don't see rubber isn't necessarily concrete. We're talking such minute increments.
It's a scratch.
It just took the rubber up. It
Yeah.
was, they didn't grind all this concrete
Yeah,
that you
it's
see.
a scratch, I mean, you can fill it with your foot, but if you work with Larry Crisp, Larry's going to say, I do not want to see any of that.
Right.
So we're going to polish all that out so Larry doesn't yell at me. And then we'll put the surface back down and we'll be golden. So
Yeah.
we decided also to go ahead and do the entire shutdown. That also wasn't in our initial plan. So when they stopped at the quarter mile, I was talking to Rick Suki, Aaron Suki, said, let's just cut the whole thing. We're here, they're here. So the machine is now down past into the shutdown area, and he's now taking anything that's high down off of curling, because there's expansion joints down there too.
Right.
He's going to take all them out. So we're going to have the shutdown ground to the track.
So instead of just hitting the curled spots where we knew they were high, they're checking every inch of it.
We're doing the whole length. We started at the starting line. Originally, Larry wanted us to go out 300 feet. Because like he told me, he says, whatever they touch with that grinding head, you are going to have to grind out by hand. He said, I'm just telling you that. Well, when we were making the first cut, we did start at the 300 foot, and then we went back to 130. And then I was talking to Aaron and Rick Suki, because them guys have been great. I mean, they did a fantastic job out here. I go, what do you think about just going back to the start? And they go, we would. The machine's here.
Right.
So we decided we went back to the starting line and we cut the entire almost 3/4 of a mile track. So that's where we're at.
Well, let's head this way, start working our way down towards where they're actually cutting. And you can kind of see the progression, and like I said, that's why we see a lot of this surface gone that you put down, because they went over every inch of it.
Every inch.
So even if the rubber was high, they took it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they checked all of it. And now you're going to go back through and touch all this up by hand with your grinders to get it back to a racing surface that you're happy with.
That Larry Crisp will be happy with.
So. Well, I mean, I think he's kind of the guy that would probably know.
Yeah, and Rob Park was here just Wednesday. He was on his way to Denver to the Nationals. He shoots me a text. He goes, hey, it's the track. And I go, that's usually where I'm at. So
Shocking.
He swung by Wednesday afternoon on his way to Denver. Him and I walked the entire surface. And he, and Rob said, when this is done, you're going to have a very, very nice drag strip.
And the nice part about it is the guy on this machine when we're heading towards here has done multiple drag strips.
Multiple. And I've talked to him, and it's amazing that what we've seen, what the draft's seen, he's never been on the track. When he drove down the track and come back, he knew exactly everything that we were seeing ourselves, he's seen. So he already knew what he was going to have to do.
Because he's done this so many times. He's studied it. He understands what the concrete does. He understands how it moves. He knows what he's looking for.
Yeah. And the guy's really kind of fun to talk to.
And he does this all over the country.
That's all he does. Actually, they have not left this facility since they've been here Monday at 7:30. They stay in their trucks. Of course, we have our bathhouses and stuff, so
Right.
They're utilizing that. They've never left this facility except to go into town to get fuel. So it's pretty amazing to watch them what they're doing. But we did do some hand polishing up there just to see how intensive it was going to be. It's not going to be that bad because they're not that big.
They're not deep.
He's got the bumps out, the curling's out. All we've got to go back do now is make it the surface that Larry Crisp wants to see.
Right, and like I said, what they're taking is so minor, a 32nd of an inch at a time.
Yeah, if you look back and go, oh my gosh, well, it's not, you're seeing him just skimming across the top, and you got to realize this is a lot of concrete.
Yeah, with 3/4 of a mile.
I mean, it's a lot of concrete. So is it going to be, is there going to be a 32nd somewhere difference? Absolutely. Is there going to be curling that is 1/8 inch or better? Yeah, we knew that. We knew it was coming. But we had to get race weekend. I gave them the best track I could with the time I had remaining.
Yep.
Because we worked on it up to that morning. And so that's what we did. So everybody, when you come back to the drag strip on the next race, hopefully I have it all polished by now. it'll be
and I'm sure you
the
will.
drag strip that you're going to expect to be at Great Bend, Kansas.
It's going to be top notch, better than as good or better than about anywhere in the country.
I drove it with just driving down it, and it was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
And that's before we get the corduroy out of it.
Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up, and then we're going to get you another one. We're going to check out the equipment here in a little bit, but that's what's going on. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at today. Is getting the stuff that we knew had to be done.
We knew it was coming. We knew
it was coming. It was just a matter of getting to it, getting it cured,
get the concrete cured, make it settle down, make it so it doesn't the curling, stopping, slowing down. Now it's time to cut the track.
So we're going to finish that up and then get it all polished out and put another surface back on it. This thing's going to be good forever.
Hopefully past me, that's for sure.
Well, anyway, that's what we got for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. We sure appreciate it. Be sure to check out our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. We post this on both. If you're on Facebook, please share it with your friends. Invite them to give the page a like so they can keep up with what's going on. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Check out the other videos so you can see this project as it progressed. And if you want to go back and look at those other videos and you're on Facebook, you can always go to YouTube and check them out all over there in one spot. Lots of exciting things happening. Obviously, your crew, the SRCA, have put together what is by far and away going to be the top-notch, if not the top, definitely one of the top-notch facilities anywhere in the country.
That's what we're trying.
It's going to be amazing. We hope to see you out here this year. If you can't get out here, try to bring your car out, come out, hang out. Even if you're not racing, come out and hang out with us. Just get out here, check it out. We're gonna have a great time. We've got an awesome schedule this year. The Midwest Pro Mod's coming in, the Lucas race. Super exciting schedule. This thing is coming together. It's amazing. Thanks to Hank, thanks to his crew, thanks to his staff with the SRCA, which are all volunteer guys that make this happen. If you're a racer, be here. If you're a fan, be here. If you like cars, be here. Just get out here and check this thing out. It's amazing that we've got it right here in Great Bend, Kansas. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we sure hope to see you out here this year.